When cooking oil is subjected to repeated high heat, it physically breaks down. What starts as a simple ingredient turns dark, thick, and highly unstable. This process perfectly illustrates the traditional linear economy. We extract a resource, use it up, and then dump it at a final stop, where it becomes total waste, hostile to human biology. If consumed, these compounds are directly linked to heart disease and severe gastrointestinal cancers. If dumped down the drain, they harden, blocking municipal waterways and releasing toxic methane gas as they rot. A system that requires us to produce lethal biological and environmental hazards simply to maintain daily economic output has a hard expiration date. Rapidly developing nations are hitting that wall right now. To fix this, Thailand is implementing the Bio-Circular Green, or BCG Model. This is a highly calculated industrial blueprint designed to engineer waste out of the economy entirely. The core mechanism here is industrial symbiosis. Instead of a dead-end disposal, the chemical or physical waste of one industry is captured and fed directly into another as its primary fuel source. Look at the agricultural sector. Harvesting sugarcane left behind millions of tons of biomass, stalks and leaves that are usually burned or left to rot in the fields. Producers like Metropole are gathering that exact biological waste and burning it in specialized power plants to generate their own internal electricity. They then take that closed-loop electricity and use it to charge their green fleet, a massive logistics network of electric transport trucks. By swapping standard diesel engines for vehicles charged by their own agricultural waste, they cut over 200 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent emissions in just 9 months. Aggressively eliminating waste from the supply chain isn't a charity project. It creates immediate, measurable savings that drop straight to the bottom line. Which brings us back to that toxic, degraded cooking oil. Bainchak Group built a system called Fry to Fly to treat this hazardous waste as an unrefined asset. They set up a massive logistical network across households and local businesses to intercept the oil before it hits the drain, successfully pulling in over 50,000 kilograms of used oil every single month. They take that black carcinogenic sludge and process it into clear, high-grade, sustainable aviation fuel. By paying people for their used oil, the network creates a reliable secondary income for street vendors and families, while actively sweeping carcinogens and future pipe blockages out of the city infrastructure. Paying for household waste collection solves the hardest logistical hurdle of a circular economy, actually acquiring the raw materials you need to scale up. And scaling up requires serious capital. Bainchak has committed over 10 billion baht to construct a dedicated sustainable aviation fuel processing facility. By 2027, this single facility is engineered to pump out 1 million liters of this fuel every single day. The engineering advantage of this processed fuel is that airlines can blend it up to 50% with standard fossil jet fuel, and they can do it without changing a single part inside their current aircraft engines. That blended fuel burns incredibly clean, slashing overall carbon emissions from those flights by up to 80%. This isn't theoretical chemistry. The Royal Thai Air Force is already successfully testing these low-carbon fuel blends in their existing combat-ready aviation hardware. For an industry as heavily locked into its hardware as global aviation, this fuel offers a direct route to strip out emissions without having to scrap decades of expensive, reliable infrastructure. Thailand's Ministry of Industry is taking this localized circular logic and applying it across the entire national economy. They are actively targeting 190 billion baht in bio-industry investments, projecting that this sector alone can drive a 10% national economic growth rate by 2027. This chart shows the current operational capacity of industrial waste-to-energy power plants in Thailand. You can see a highly active sector already generating over 130 megawatts of power from what used to be thrown away. The timing is critical because global regulators like the International Civil Aviation Organization are rolling out strict carbon offset quotas for all international flights. Airlines worldwide suddenly need massive amounts of sustainable fuel to meet these quotas. By scaling up production locally, Thailand can export millions of liters to Europe, securing a dominant position in a high-demand, high-margin market. The economies positioned to win the next century aren't the ones looking for new resources to dig out of the ground. They are the ones engineering complex, profitable ways to recycle the resources we already have.